welcome to another episode of Exposed. Exposed is a new youth talk show on Mohawk TV. The purpose of the show is to expose the issues that matter to Kahnawake youth and to provoke thought and discussion on those issues. I'm Hogan Gilbert, one of your panelists, and
I'm Taylor Goodleaf.
And I'm Jessica Deere. I hope everyone had a happy and safe New Year. For this week's show, we're going to be talking about cyberbullying. So, can one of you give a definition on what cyberbullying actually is?
cyberbullying, from what I've seen, is basically bullying in its natural form, like at school, but on the internet, which takes place a lot more.
Or phones.
Yeah,
phones.
It's more than just internet, and like through, I guess through like websites such as like Facebook or like chat rooms. I don't know if anyone really goes in chat rooms, or like MSN, or even through like by sending like text to people, or I guess like
pictures.
Yeah, it's anything that I think has to do with like using the means of technology.
I think it's like it's probably even worse than like the what you say in its natural form bullying, because everyone can see this. It's not just it's not even just people in town. It's people whoever all over the internet, all over anything. Everyone can see it, and you can't take it down. And they can't read it. If someone's bullying you, obviously they're not going to take it down. So it's like you have to get everyone involved, and it's probably like you have to go through the company or whatever is endorsing that website or anything. So it's probably, I think it's more harmful.
It's also, I think, a way to, I know, like, people talk about it all the time, like, hiding behind the computer screen.
Mm-hmm.
And I think because you're not face-to-face with someone, it's a lot easier for people to be cyberbullies.
It's a lot easier for people to be tougher online because they don't have to actually look at someone in the face.
Mm-hmm. So what are some examples that you know of?
One example that I could think of is when someone starts ranting about something, but they don't actually name the person, because I think if they name the person, that's just a lot worse than it actually is. But
it does happen.
I know it does happen, but I haven't seen it as often as just normal, like, Facebook is not for da-da-da-da-da, and then everyone's all like, and then comments, and there's like 46 comments on it, and like, that's just basically, like, that's geared towards someone to stop them to do something.
Yeah.
I got a bitch.
That's alright, but no, I agree, or even like, we were talking earlier, if you're out somewhere and, someone snaps a picture of you and maybe you're not doing something you're supposed to be doing in that picture or something, and it's there, and you're like, hey, well, I mean, yeah, you can untag yourself, but I mean, it's still there.
It's also, like, that right to privacy is kind of, I guess...
Even just on Facebook, everything you put on Facebook, they own it now, and it's not yours anymore. They can do whatever they want with that.
And that's why you see targeted advertising on your page.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind you get, but I get, like, stuff for, like wedding engagements and stuff like that. And just because it says, like, I'm in a relationship, so, like, they target ads towards me from that information.
I never got that. No.
Also because it says I'm a woman.
Yeah. Or even just, like you were saying, it's, like, surprising. Sometimes you'll see an argument that starts off between two people, and then all of a sudden, like, there's, like, 50 people involved, and everyone puts in their 2 cents, and it's, like, it's not even necessary, you know what I mean? Half the time you're just, like, what was the point anyway, and then you see people that, like, maybe, I don't know, like, you have, like, politicians, you have teachers, you have all kind of people. Yeah, you're allowed to have Facebook, but, I mean, you're a public figure, you have to, like, watch what you do or what you say, or putting too much information out there.
Yeah, I think you have to use, specifically Facebook, like, with, I think you have to use it appropriately. I mean, if you're a teacher, you're looked at as a role model by your students. I don't think you should have your necessarily your students like on your Facebook page. I know in my high school we always had the policy that they will only add you like after graduation, but I don't know why anyone would really want to have their teacher added on Facebook in
Depends
the first
on how
place.
cool your teacher is.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think you're kind of setting yourself up if you put way too much information on certain websites like that too. Because like if you're putting yourself in a situation where you're like, okay, going to school now, be done at 4:30, like you're putting up information that if somebody wants to stalk you,
Yeah,
or
they can
be like,
totally stalk you. Or hey, I'm going away for the weekend. It's like, oh, no one's gonna be in that house. Like, you know, like
true.
like, you know, it's all kind of stuff like that. Or there's even people have, you know, pictures of their kids, and that scares me because, like, I mean, yeah, you share your pictures with your family and whatnot, but I mean, you have to be careful because there's pedophiles out there. There's like creepy people, you know, and they have their ways. They're not dumb. They can hack into anything. Like, you know, people like to join groups a lot. Like, oh yeah, whatever, that applies to me, I'll join it. There was one like that one time, and it happened to be, it was about kids. It was about something about, oh yeah, I love my kids, whatever. Yeah, we all know you love your kids. You don't have to like it, you know what I mean? And because that group ended up being run by pedophiles. So you're clicking on that, you like it, so then everyone who, like, you know, created that group can hack into your stuff. And people don't realize that, you know, you have to be careful.
I'm surprised that, like, there's a lot of people who don't even have their own privacy settings, like, pretty strict, you know, for their profiles. Like, I know for myself, I don't want, you know, creepy people stalking me, or, like, just anyone that I don't have added, you know, looking at my stuff. So I have it that everything is private. But there's some people who don't even do that, or there's, you know, there's a lot of people who just add anyone, or like they see they're from Ganawage, I'll add you. And it just makes me think, like, well, not everyone from Ganawage is like an angel, and we have our I guess we have our criminals and like people.
They just seem to be getting younger too. Like my little brother got Facebook, and my mom, like, you know, I was like, what are you, don't let him get that. Like, you know, are you crazy? I was like, no, but you know, it's like closely monitored. Like, all right, can you add this person? No, yeah, you know, but still, I don't know. It scares me. It's scary.
Yeah, when you were going back to mentioning about taking your picture on Facebook, and you said about, you know, doing something you don't necessarily should be doing or whatever, but it also applies to, like, I don't think it applies to I don't know how to word it, but it's like that right to privacy regardless of what you're doing in the picture. I mean, I could be completely fine with the picture, but not fine with the fact that you didn't get my permission to put it up.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people do that on Facebook because that's just like the way it is, and like how people, I don't know.
A lot of people feel like it's okay though, because like, I mean, we come from a small town. Nobody really thinks that there's like pedophiles around here, but I mean, we're like 15 minutes from a giant city right there. So,
but it's even like the way, like, if you add a picture of like, say if you add a picture of me and you have people add it that I don't have at it, or that I don't necessarily know, and they can view those pictures, and it's like there forever online, whether you delete it or not. Like, it's always there. And I don't know, it's just kind of like this like lack of privacy that like bugs me about the internet.
Yeah.
I think people have to, especially young people, have to be aware of and like conscious when they add stuff.
We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with more Exposed.